Hey guys, Drake from State Farm 2018. I'm gonna be ranting on my 7th grade science teacher, who, if you went to 7th grade with me, you know who it is. So, I'm gonna be referring to him as Hason Jeight. Getting a little close here to the name. We went Miss J, Hason Jeight. I'm getting closer, getting a little closer, because people get triggered if I say their name. Okay, yeah, but first of all, check out this new intro. It's original music, by the way. Oh. I know, right? So great. Anyway, let's get started with this. Chief complaints. He tries to be everyone's friend.
We were never friends, cunt.
Let me explain this very clearly. Coach Jeight is one of those teachers that tries to pass themselves off as one of those fun teachers, fun time, happy time, jolly time teachers. He is not. He tries to act like our friend, like he's our friend, and he's not. I mean, it gets very confusing at times because he acts like he's our friend, but then whenever we get stepped slightly out of line, he goes adult mode when it's convenient for him. Much like Mrs. J, Coach Jeight uses the "I'm an adult, so everything I say is valid," and the opposite to you. And like I said before, that argument is total nonsense. So, what other problems were there with? He's one of the most arrogant people that I've ever met. Oh my god, his ego, man. It's astounding how big his ego is. Not to mention his very obvious bias towards girls my age. Like, he flat out says out loud that I like girls better than boys because boys are terrible. And, first of all, the bias is completely untrue, and secondly, that has very unfortunate, creepy overtones, man. You probably shouldn't say that. Not to mention how random he acts for no reason. His idea of a joke is being random. First of all, I know that I'm using the word random incorrectly, but he uses it incorrectly too, so I'm just gonna use this word. He's one of the most unfunny people that I've ever met, because first of all, he thinks he's funny, and he's really not. He thinks he's funny because he's random. Being random is not funny. Was that funny? No, it was not. Imagine if someone just walked up to you on the street and said dishwasher because it was random. Would you laugh? No. You'd be, what? That's not a joke. Here I'm going to be talking about one of the most outrageous moments that I've ever spent with him. So, you know, we were in the cafeteria. I was in the lunchroom going like on like the little chip thing. And you know, I hit one of them on accident. You understand? I hit it on accident. I didn't mean for it to, like, you know, pop. Unfortunately, it had popped. And then Hason Jeight just teleports behind me and says, "Hey, you're coming with me now." And I was acting like he was going to intimidate me. First of all, he's not very successful at intimidating me. It takes a lot to actually intimidate me. If you can't induce real fear into me, you're not intimidating me. And I know it is not a threat to me. But, you know, I still obliged because it just causes trouble if I don't. And he took me over to one of the vice principals, and he worded it very, very wrongly. He uses the worst words possible to describe a situation in order to incriminate the other person. It's just a terrible thing. Like many of the other people I've talked about on this channel, he manipulates information for his own gain. Not to mention how incompetent he is at his actual job. I don't remember anything that he actually taught me. I mean, taught me. Sure, he reiterated a lot of things that he taught, that I've been taught before, because, of course, schools do that. But he didn't even try to put a creative spin on it and talk about it in his own way, and try and put a new perspective on it. He was pretty by the books, while also being random. He's one of the biggest fence riders that I've ever met. It seems like this guy's having an inner war with himself. The particular words he used to describe me accidentally tapping the bag and it popping was that I slammed my fist down, and when I tried to object to it and saying that's not at all what happened, he said, "You got a lot of nerve, kid." I'm like, Get the fuck out of my face. But yeah, leave me alone, man. I actually go as far to say that Mr. Hason Jeight is the worst teacher that I've ever had. And I've had teachers that publicly say in front of the class, do not sit near me. I've had teachers that do nothing but intentionally try to make me fail. And I've had teachers to make up data and, say that I did something that I didn't do. But this person takes the cake because he's done all of those things and much more. This teacher's actually highly praised at the school. I think it's because these morons think he's funny or something, but, I don't know. But now you know what he did to me. Poach Kite or whatever, I don't even remember what I said. Feel free to make a response video on this. Do not try to take this to the school, because it'll cause a lot of problems, especially with you. We dealt with something like this in the past. I didn't get in trouble for it, because there was no reason to warrant getting me in trouble. This is the same situation, so just don't do it, alright? Feel free to make a response video if you want. I really don't care. Agree with me, disagree with me, I don't really care. Email me, tell me something, because you've probably seen this video. If you're watching this, Coach Kite, then you've probably seen it. But, yeah, alright. I've had enough. See you guys.